you guys doing? We're gonna hop into Deuteronomy 13. We're getting straight into it. If there arise among you a prophet or dreamer of dreams, and give thee a sign or a wonder, and the signs of the wonder come to pass, whereof he spake unto thee, saying, Let us go after other gods which thou hast not known, and let us serve them, thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams. For the Lord your God will prove to you whether ye love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Ye shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, and ye shall serve him, and cleave unto him. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he has spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God, which has brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to trust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk. And so shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee. If the brother, thy brother, or the son of thy mother, or the son of thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, Let us go serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou, nor by thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee or far off from thee, from the one or from the earth unto the other end of the earth, thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thy eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. Thou shalt surely kill him, and thine hand shall be first upon to be put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. Thou shalt stone him with stones, that he die, because he has sought to thrust thee away from the Lord thy God, which has brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. And all Israel shall hear, and shall feel, and shall do no more in any such wickedness as this is among you. And if thou shalt say in one of these cities which the Lord thy God hath given thee to dwell there, saying, Certain men, the children of Belial, have gone out from among us, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, saying, Let us go and serve other gods which ye have not known. Then shalt thou inquire, and make search and ask diligently, and behold, if it be the truth and the thing certain that such an abomination is wrought among you, that thou surely shalt smite the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, destroying it utterly, and all that is therein, and the cattle that is therein, with the edge of the sword. And thou shalt gather all the spoil of it into the midst of the street thereof, and shalt burn with fire the city, and all the spoil of every whit, from the Lord thy God, and it shall be a heap forever, and it shall not be built again. If there shall cleave a knot of a cursed thing of thine hand, the Lord may turn away from the fierceness of his anger, and show thee mercy, and have compassion unto thee, and multiply thee as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, when thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord their God. Keep all the commandments which I command thee this day, and do what is right in the eyes of the Lord thy God. And we go on to chapter 14. Ye are the children of the Lord your God, and ye shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. Thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people among himself. And above all nations that are upon the earth, thou shalt not eat any abominable thing. These are the beasts which you shall eat: the ox, the sheep, the goat, the hart, the roebuck, the fallow deer, the wild goat, the purgarg, the wild ox, and the chamois. And every beast that partaketh the hoof cleaves the cleft in two caws, and chews the cud among the beasts that ye shall eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the cloven hoof, as the camel, and the hare, and the coney, for they chew the cud, but divide not the hoof, therefore they are unclean to you. For the swine, because it divides the hoof and chews not the cud, is unclean to you. You shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. These shall ye eat of which are in the waters, and all that have fins and scales shall ye eat. Whosoever hath not fins and scales ye may not eat. It is unclean to you. Of all birds ye shall eat, but these are they which shall not eat: the eagle, the ossifrage, and the osprey, and the glade, and the kite, and the vulture after his kind, the raven after his kind, the owl, the nighthawk, the cuckoo, and the hawk after his kind, the little owl, the great owl, the swan, the pelican, the gier eagle, and the cormorant, and the stork, and the heron after his kind, and the lapwing, and the bat. And every creeping thing that flieth is unclean to you. They shall not be eaten. But of all clean fowls ye may eat. And ye shall not do of anything that dies of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it, and may sell unto an alien. For thou art a holy people for the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not see the kid in his mother's milk. Thou shalt tithe all the increase of thy seed that the field bringeth forth year by year. And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose, the place, the name there, the tithe of the corn, the wine, thy oil, and thy firstlings of the herd in thy flock. Thou mayest learn to fear thy God, Lord, in all ways. And if the way be too long for thee, so thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there, when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money, and bind up the money in thine hand, and thou shalt go into the place which the Lord thy God shall choose, and thou shalt bestow thy money for whatever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen, for sheep, for wine, strong drink, whatever thy soul desires. Thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thine household. And the Levite that is within thy gates thou shalt not forsake him, for he hath no part nor inheritance with thee. At the end of the 3 years thou shalt bring forth all thy tithe of thy increase of that same year, and shall lay it up within thy gates. And the Levite, because he hath no part or no inheritance with thee, and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow which are within thy gates shall come and shall eat and be satisfied, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all the work of thine hand which thou doest. That'll be all. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Peace.